Heart rocks. We all have a dowsing rod or an inner indicator. Call it intuition if you like. But it's much broader than intuition, much more expansive. It has more intelligence than we can possibly imagine with our human mind. So when we come here to Earth, our dowsing rods are already in tune to certain things. You could say becoming a doctor perhaps, or a minister, or a great artist, or even an ordinary artist, or simply a mother, or whatever our dowsing rod. And each one of these caricatures has interest, like collecting hearts, collecting heart rocks, or simply doing things that are beautiful, that allow us to enjoy the life that we have. It's much easier to go with what the dowsing rod or what your intuition or what your inner guide is naturally offering you. For me, as strange as it sounds, my dowsing rod is tuned to love and compassion, and heart rocks are the physical expression of that. So we've got to let the people that are supposed to make the money make the money. Let the artisans who are expressing the pathway for all of us to create. And we got to let the politicians just do what the politicians do. And for everyone is true. Everyone is, to the best of their ability, in this given moment in evolution, following their dowsing rod. Now, if each one of us were to take the time to tune ourselves to this inner guide, the true inner guide, then we wouldn't be in a massive fighting situation, or there would be no division or anything like that. And it's not like people can get this inner dowsing rod, inner indicator right, or get it perfect, or just understand it in a classroom, or discover it one afternoon. It's an entrainment, and it's something that grows over time. It is something that we learn, and then as we follow this nudging, this feeling, this calling, it grows within us and we can follow it more. And other people will naturally want to entrain with us and be the people that we fall in love with, or do business with, or spend a lot of time with. But it's important to look a little bit deeper. It's not like you learn this and then you have it. It's something you keep exploring, and it keeps deepening and deepening as your life goes on, because the intelligence itself, which is our inner guide, which is the successful connecting force, is boundless. And essentially, as you travel out into the world and internal worlds even, and explore this, you merge with the infinite, which is everything. So heart rocks are important to me, and perhaps other people. I mean, who knows how many people see them in the trees? I usually observe people walking right past the rocks without ever seeing them, which are interesting because most of them are placed at eye level along the trail. Most of us are looking down at our feet and up in the sky, or lost in our own thoughts. But what is it that we can each do, that we can cultivate in ourselves and share with others? That thing, that one thing that frees us, even for a moment, even for a few moments on a hike. As we look for heart rocks, we can do anything. We can notice butterflies, we can watch birds, we can teach children nature. We can listen to the most important things. The valuable things in life come from within, come from our own intuition, our own dowsing rod. It's important. So if you're curious how I find all these heart rocks, or how they find me, or what the process is, like we all know about what facial recognition is now. In my mind, like anybody's mind, has its own facial recognition system. And that's how we recognize anyone. All the computers and the technologically advanced folks have done is to simulate what the brain did to recognize a certain shape. And for whatever reason, the shape of a heart was in my constitution. It was already there. And I started finding them and being interested in them early in life. labyrinths too. Little did I know I would go on to collect thousands and thousands of heart rocks and give even thousands away, and now I make art with them and put hundreds and hundreds in trees. It's pretty amazing. But that fractal system of recognition internally in me can scan a hillside and immediately pick up the shape of a heart. And it even goes further. It's amazing that sometimes I'll just be walking down the path and I'll get well, it's not a voice per se, but it's a nudge. It's like, hey, look over here, 20 feet. And I'll take a few steps, put my hand down, and lo and behold, there's a heart rock. And people have witnessed this. And it really, I've witnessed it too, and it's really the most extraordinary thing. So everything is alive. Everything is made up of the same substance. There's some things that have the breath of life of God in them, and they're thriving and alive. And there's some that have consciousness, and they can move around and communicate. So we are all perfectly operating, no matter where we perceive ourselves to be on our evolutionary track. We are all learning how to use the system, because the other system that is widely seen and widely agreed upon, the ordinary world, is very ordinary, and its ordinariness is so ordinary that you have people seeing with ordinary vision, seeing things for what only the five senses bring in, and to them that is the reality. So those of us who see something more obvious have got to probe deeper. And this process is about getting into the aliveness that we are and connecting with the other things, people, and situations and animals that have the same aliveness in them. We are now moving beyond what people would call the law of attraction. We're moving into the law of unfoldment, which is to say that when I let go of my perceptions of a world that is insane or mad or at war, and I'm not saying that that's not true from the vision of the ordinary realm, but when you change your inner vision and you choose to see with the eyes of the heart and speak with the heart and listen from the heart, and you let go and practice forgiveness and open up this inner guide, all of us, each one of us, can see an entirely different world. And the more people that see that world and agree that that world is there and that we can operate differently, then collectively we are able to begin creating a better existence for everyone. And it's already there. Our job is to take our attention away from the ordinary world. Have a blessed day.